All right, we got it going. We are popping off.
Yeah,
Wait a minute,
yeah.
see what's up. That time. That time in the bedtime. I don't think anybody gonna come on this one first. Anybody gonna come on there? She may want to check that one out.
Man, I'm just posting our channel link in the Custer group.
Oh yeah, that will work.
In the Custer. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So we got that ready, just in case. Just in case.
In the Custer group. There
All
we
right.
go.
Anybody jump in yet?
Nope, not yet.
Go the other way.
You want the long way so we can see the
No,
comment?
twist it around. Twist it around. Keep going.
It's,
Keep going. There you go.
there we go.
Yep. You might want to.
That works.
That's a nice camera you got. Oh, that's this camera.
Yeah, that's that camera.
I was gonna say that's
I'm
a
just
nice
looking at
camera
us.
you got going on there.
I'm not as fancy as you are.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, how the hell you got that camera popping? But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll see what's up. I be liking when you go live from your page too,
Yeah.
because they done jumped out. We got to put you on this
Yeah.
StreamYard
Yeah.
just to get it, get them in and see.
Yeah, it
what's
seems like
happening.
when I'm on live, they get that notification and hurry up and try to join our lives.
You want to go on?
No, I mean I can pop in right here and just tell them to join the live. This one, let's do that.
Or you can do it. Because I don't
We're
know.
gonna keep it in one spot.
Okay.
Let's see if that'll do it.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah, I'm live, but we're live on Facebook just to tell them to come join us on your live because that's where we're gonna talk about the topic.
Oh, that's
so let's see if we can, generate some interest from me being live so that y'all can come on over, either join us on the YouTube channel or in the Two Live True group.
Come
Please
on into the
and
True Live
thank
True
you.
Group. Yeah, that'll be a bet. Yeah.
Mr. Mitchell is watching.
Peace.
Mr. Mitchell, join us on the YouTube or through the Two Live True page. Don already has started a live that we're going to talk about the topic on, but I decided to see if my live, this one, would generate some interest so we can get this topic popping.
Peace, Mr. Mitchell. Peace.
Peace.
What's the word? What's the word tonight?
Tight shit. Come on over to the YouTube channel.
What's up, D?
Either join us on listen, this video right here will only be in effect for about 5 minutes. That means if you really want to get deep into this content today with us, you better join my Brother Born Powers live or come on over to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, once you get there, let us know who you are.
Because I will be ending this live soon.
Come on, D. Peace. Bless family. Says bless family.
All right.
All right.
Where y'all at? Y'all ain't got nothing going on at 6-something at night.
Yeah, come on down.
Come on over. Let's talk about the friend zone.
Oh, not the infamous
friend zone.
The proverbial friend zone. I know Mr. Mitchell got something to say. I know Mr. Ship got something to say.
Absolutely.
Mr. Ship, you got to tell us where that name come from. Tight Ship.
Yeah,
I like that.
I
just ain't. I ain't know if you want to tell your name, so I ain't tell it. So let Queen Ice want to know what that name come from.
I really do.
Tight Ship. You running a tight
Elaborate.
Ship.
Enlighten me.
Enlighten. Let us see. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Mitchell, did you come on over?
Mr. Mitchell, are you on the YouTube or the Under My Brother Born Powers Live? Is that you that said bless family? Is that you?
Did you go live in True, or you went live in?
I went in the True. That's how I got tight ship, because me and him are friends.
Okay, y'all friends, but just not outside of
Right, not
True
inside Facebook, but you
Yeah,
know,
outside of True.
a friend of my brother's is a friend of mine.
Indeed. He good guy. He good people. Mr. Ship is good people. Yeah,
Let's see if he has some friend zone issues.
Yeah, anybody got some friend zone issues. Now, as much as I done talked about this show this week, I know people gonna get on here.
I already know Miss Kendall Renee, Pure Queen Justice.
Queen Pure Justice.
Pure
Queen Justice. Pure Queen Justice.
Which one is it?
It's Pure Queen Justice.
It's Pure Queen Justice. That's
Pure
what I
Queen
thought.
Justice. Ooh, I love it.
Or Queen Pure Justice.
Pure
Correct
Queen
us if we're wrong, my dear.
It's Pure Queen Justice. Where's Pure Queen Justice at? There she go.
That's her. I saw you, Born, getting the scroll.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See, hey, I know you are not only eager to hear what we have to say about this topic, but also join in.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been friend zoned before?
I like Pure Queen Justice. She be clown in. I like her.
Queen Pure Justice. You had it right.
Uh-huh.
There it is.
Oh, Queen Pure Justice. I thought it was Pure Queen Justice. Queen Pure Justice. So you said that? I said that.
You said that.
Queen
I had
Pure
it
Justice.
wrong.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting me, dear.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
I'm here.
What's
Say I'm here.
Hey, where y'all at?
You like that? You like that Queen Pure Justice? The scroll going across the.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
You like that one?
It's definitely dope.
Mr. Mitchell done jumped on board.
All right, Mr. Mitchell. I can't imagine Mr. Mitchell being in the friend zone, though. I don't think he has that issue.
I don't know. Mr. Mitchell, he can.
He's a smooth criminal.
He's a smooth brother. Yes, he one of the smooth brothers. Mr. Mitchell at work tonight. It looked like he at work tonight. Miss.
Hey, there's my boo.
AKA Queen Pure Justice.
That's right.
Yeah. So Mr. Mitchell jumped off. Okay.
Oh,
He'll be back. He'll be
Here
back.
we go.
Yeah, I think he was at work. We're gonna
he might be in work. You know, technical difficulties always happen to that man when, he's trying to work and multitask.
Trying to get that money.
All right, well, I'm going to end this here live
trying to get
so that
money
it
for
encourages all of you to join my brother's live. You can either join us on our YouTube channel, or we also have a live started under my brother's name in the True Live 2 group. So, hey,
jump on in. See what's going down.
Say hello.
From the beginning today, you want to bring Miss Queen Pure Justice. You want to come on from the beginning?
I think that would be a great idea.
She said, yes. Queen
Pure Justice.
I love that, though. Yeah. I love that. You bring Queen Pure Justice in. Queen Pure Justice.
Hey, beautiful.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Everything is peace. I love the hairdo.
Oh, thank you. I just took my braids out, so I got some waves, so I decided to use them.
That's that your natural.
That's that product you be selling. Tell us about it again.
That melts like butter.
Melts like butter.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get me some.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I got
all right.
Skin, hair, body, facial toners.
I'm looking for an awesome conditioner. Do you have any?
Oh, I don't.
Ooh,
but
to your line, honey.
Girl, I'm working on it. Let me tell you, I was looking at this documentary with with some Africans who they bind up their hair, but when they take it down, it was so long. So the lady was asking, what do they do customarily to keep their hair conditioned and softened, she was saying she was telling her what they were using. I sure went and looked it up and found out that I could get some shipped. So I just have to come up with a formulation.
All right.
That works, but I at least know I have like the raw products.
Yeah.
So I gotta make it happen. But yeah, 2023, we're gonna get to working on that.
I'll be looking for it, honey. I'll be looking for it. And I definitely want to find some type of product that helps with my frizz. So I like to wear my hair naturally curly all
You
the
got
time.
frizz?
I have a lot of frizz. You can see the frizz in my ponytail, unfortunately.
I can't.
I
You
can't.
telling us what we don't know because I can't see it.
You can't see it.
Take my
can't
word
see
for
it.
it. I frizz, and I'm looking for a good product that will ease some of the frizz in my hair. So, hey,
Mhm.
keep developing your line, honey. I'll be a complete and dedicated customer.
I'm still working on it. It was so cool. Like I was gonna like put it on the back burner, but people keep asking for it and keep wanting it, and it just kept me producing. So I was like, I guess I'm down for it.
Right.
Keep on moving, don't stop.
That's your
Don't
call.
stop.
There you go. There you go. You you got a website for the line or Facebook page for the line real quick? You can give out to the people.
Instagram, it smells like butter.
Smells like put it in the comment box
Yeah.
when you get a chance. Throw it up in there for the people who want to check it out and see what's going down.
That's funny because I can't. I used to could comment. Wait a minute, I was commenting. I don't know where the comment box went. Oh, Facebook user said I can't hear on YouTube. That's the last.
That was
comment
Mr.
box.
Mitchell.
Okay, and so I'm supposed to have a comment box under there, but I don't. But I will figure it out and get it to you or text it, and y'all can put it in.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
get it out there though.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
And you can put it on the True Live 2 page too.
Please.
But,
Okay, will do.
let's get it on.
Let's get it popping.
Marvin Gaye in the building, y'all. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
hey.
Let's get it on. let me run this song real quick. We got
All
to
right, run it.
bust the topic out.
The topic,
Bust it out.
playing in the friend zone. Do you play in the friend zone, Miss Lady?
Just a minute. Don't answer that yet.
Hold tight.
Hold that thought tight. And let anybody else who might want to pop on hold that tight as well. Play the
Yes.
clip first.
Yes.
Just to tell them to come join us on
Okay, I got
your
you.
live. Because that's
Okay,
where
I'm
we're gonna
trying
talk
to
about the topic.
coordinate here.
All right, do you?
Some
Okay.
inches of me
We're
being
gonna
live. So
I think you just got to turn the volume down for a minute. And then,
Yeah, I did. No, that was what Tina had. It comes up as a notification that she
Right.
was live. Not that she is live, but that she was live.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
I'm on because that's
All
what I
right.
do.
So we're gonna go ahead and play this clip that starts off the show, and we're gonna say where this come from.
Yes. So it's a short clip from tonight's conversation, which is
Mhm.
another podcast crew. They have some really awesome discussions around a lot of the topics that inspire us to find topics to discuss with you guys. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and kick off this short clip so that you can get a better understanding of what the topic is about today.
Right. And if anybody come in here, just let us know you here. Wave your hand, say hello, whatever you got to say to us. Say peace. Give me a second. We're gonna run this clip. And go.
Own game. I'm going to be available when you need me to be. I'm going to be your shopping buddy when you need to call me. I'm going to show you how dependable I am. And for a lot of men, that technique eventually wins over the woman. Ew! What if you were the 60 or the 70% of men that you can't walk in the room and command attention? You're not the ideal shape, size, or whatever. And you have to say, I have to get her to like my personality. I don't think that makes him malicious. I think that is what people do. People that play the friend zone. That is a technique.
Hit play, right?
Mhm.
All right. So that's one.
We have two clips for you guys today, a bonus clip on the same topic. So
We got a bonus.
stay
clip.
tuned. We'll talk about that second clip in a minute. But let's get into the topic.
Let's get into it.
Playing the friend zone.
Playing the friend. What is the friend
Playing
zone?
the friend
What do you
zone.
look at the friend zone as?
I look at the friend zone as a safe place for a male to be in my life.
Oh, Queen Pure Justice.
You want to be in my life? If I am already engaged in a relationship of any sort, you're gonna have to play in that friend zone.
Okay, that's peace. That's peace. That's peace. What about you, Queen Pure Justice?
So I was thinking about this topic. It's so funny to me. I never had the experience of a friend in the friend zone while I was in a relationship.
What is
My
the friend
ex
zone?
wasn't having it. He didn't have no male platonic friends, period.
Right.
That old Chris Rock joke about breaking the emergency glass, he
Right.
fully believes that. So I didn't have friends in the friend zone while I was in a relationship. But prior to the relationship,
Wait.
okay, go ahead.
Peace. What is the friend zone?
For me, the
Yeah.
friend zone is a person with potential who at that time is strictly platonic, but they got potential. So you keep them in the friend zone to keep them close enough to you so that if you decide to change the status, you can. But if you never decide to change the status, you still have that person close to you.
Okay. And I look at the friend zone, that's peace. I look at the friend zone as the place where you put somebody, the category that you put somebody in that you don't want, but they good enough to be with. In case of
So they have potential, but
That in
that's that
case of an
potential.
emergency.
Just in case of emergency, I'm gonna hit the glass. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's what I look at the friend zone as.
Mhm.
The place where you put somebody that you really don't want,
Yeah.
but it's possible that, like, okay, ain't nobody else around.
Come back when you finish.
This would be okay to get with them
Absolutely.
after a while. If I look at all the exhausted possibilities,
Yeah.
that'd be the last person or the last people I go to
Right.
right there.
Right.
Right.
You know, and so when I thought about the friend zone for me, right, I looked at all the men currently in my life that were not family. I can't find any. I can't find any. Why? Because I'm similar to Kendall Renee. When I'm in a relationship or I'm involved with someone, there's just no need for that extra male presence that could potentially sway or dissuade me one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any.
Okay.
Either you're family or you're an associate. This is family.
This family. This
This
family.
is family.
Peace.
I don't have friends.
Right. See, that's peace. That's for me. I heard Queen Pure Justices too, and then Queen Isis. But both of y'all explained the friend zone of while being in a relationship.
Yes.
But for me, the friend zone, like, it's obvious you got to be in a friend zone if the person is in a relationship, right? No matter what the deal is.
Right.
If it's a male or female, they got to be in that friend zone. For me, it's going to be the female. For y'all to be the males. They got to be in the friend zone if you're in a relationship. But what I look at as the friend zone, I look at as a single person. If I'm single, I look at the woman that I put in the friend zone because I really don't want to be with her. Right? It's not that I can't because I got somebody.
Right.
It's because I don't want to be with her.
She's not your first choice.
Right. Until, like you said, emergency and Queen Pure Justice said breaking the glass. You know, then I'm like, all right, it's getting down to December 22nd.
Right.
And it's kind of chilly outside.
Right.
And we need a gift. So now,
or Valentine's Day.
Hey,
that's when them friend zones really come out. The friend
zone.
Friend
zone, right? Birthday,
cuffing season.
That's right.
Right. Yeah,
cuffing season.
You need a cutty buddy.
Right.
You need a cutty buddy. So now you're gonna bring out, but that's when it's. So I look at it as single. What y'all think about that? Big Mafia in the building.
That's a definite different perspective, and I could certainly see it your way.
From the single
from
perspective.
a single perspective, absolutely.
Because
when I
think
about being,
I was in a relationship, like
right,
like romantic type of feeling.
Right.
Peace, Queen.
When I think about when I was single, so I think this qualifies as friend zone. When I was single, even all the men in my life were strategic, if that makes sense.
I like
Who
that.
is
I
saying that?
like
Ooh,
that.
you can't just drop that and then say if it makes sense. You gotta
definitely
you
makes
elaborate.
sense.
you gotta
Okay.
explain that to
So
every
when I was single,
Mhm.
the men in my life who weren't friend or family were strategic because I was a single woman. And so there were certain attributes I needed around me. You know, certain benefits you get from having a man. And then when you
All
don't
right
have a man,
now.
those benefits
Okay.
are gone.
All right.
So you need people that could step in and fill those roles. Like I had a friend zone person who was a mechanic because I had a car.
that you didn't want.
Right.
I
She
mean,
was-
I didn't want him to be my man, but he was
Right.
strategic for me because he taught me a lot. He taught me how to change my own tires, taught me how to change my oil. When it was jobs that was too big for me, he would just take it and do it and get it done. So he was strategic in that way. I had another friend who built computers. So I was in corporate America, had computers at home. And again, I was in a relationship for 25 years. So the stuff I'm talking about was ancient history.
Before, right.
But this was when we were first starting to get computers, personal computers in the house and stuff. And so I had a friend who built computers, who knew all of that and who could take care. I had a handyman when I bought furniture and stuff that needed to be put together. I knew who to call to come over and help me put furniture together or put it together for me. So men were strategic. And the reason they were in the friend zone was because they weren't my man, but I kept them close enough that if I needed or wanted something, they would still want to help me.
Peace. Let me ask this question. Not to break your wisdom, but I won't break your wisdom. But listen, I want to ask this: were these, because you mentioned three different fellas, right? Were these three different fellas romantically interested in you?
Two of the three I know for sure could have been. So I say, like, if I was with it, they would have been with it.
Okay. Because I asked because that's part of being in the friend zone.
Yes.
Part of the definition of being in the friend zone is somebody that's romantically interested in you, but you're not interested in them.
Right.
And then, because see, I was like, whoa, Queen Pure Justice. Before she was Queen Pure Justice, she was a player out here. You know,
No, see, okay.
Define player, honey, because I know he's off base.
I'm gonna say I never considered myself a player, but my daddy from Milwaukee, and I would call him one.
Oh, who's your daddy?
I don't know. You might have to ask your mama. She might know.
Hey, I was about to say he might be a legend around here.
Right,
You know, he might have gave me some of my game.
I'm saying he been around for a long time. The irony of all of that is when we were in Custer, he used to drive the bus, the Sherman Boulevard bus, to pick up from Custer. It was horrible.
It was
right.
These little teenagers.
You got to be correct.
It was horrible for me.
Your daddy used to drive one of the buses that used to be right in front of the school.
Yep.
Wow, dig that.
And the girls all loved him. Like it was drama for us for a minute because I had to make him make a pact with me that he would not entertain, address, none of that. Right. Girls that were near my age.
Right.
You know my pops?
Yes.
Okay. That's
80, blind, crippled, and crazy. They wanted. They was on him. All he had to do was flash the smile, start running his game. It ain't matter.
And personality, huh?
Yeah. That'll put the daughter in a whole different spotlight.
It definitely will.
What I will say is, no, I've never been a player. I've always cared about people's feelings. I've always cared about honesty. I've always cared about transparency. And he did too. I mean, that's one of the things I think I learned best from him, how to be honest in relationships, regardless to what you doing. Like if you just in the realm where you playing, if you could be honest about that and everybody involved knows, then it's all good. And I feel like that was the benefit for me. So I mentioned 3, but there were 5 altogether. There were 5 like dudes who I had specific.
Strategic.
They had specific purposes.
All had purposes in her life.
Peace. Hold
I
on
love it.
But I didn't use people. I never used people, and I was always honest about where I was. So it was cool.
What? Wait a minute, Queen. Hold on. Peace. Let's read this comment real quick because you clouded tonight.
Mr. Mitchell said, I don't do the friend zone. Either we want each other or we don't. To me, that's playing with my feelings.
Mr. Mitchell, give me a fist bump on that one because I'm with you on that one, man. I don't like playing. I'm not playing the friend zone. I mean, absolutely not.
Yes.
That's outside of the question, way over there, playing that friend zone for me personally.
Well,
So
like
if you had
that's two. There's 2 different sides to the friend zone. Either you're in it,
or
you're the one that's putting people in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had many people I've put in the friend zone, and I've also been in the friend zone.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Ryan, no.
Absolutely, I've been in the friend zone before.
No.
Absolutely.
No. What did you do in the friend zone?
I tried to make my way out of the friend zone.
Wait, but I got a question. So is the friend zone? Is it that you like a person and they don't like you back like that? They like you, you cool, you could be their friend, but they don't like you romantically.
Right.
That's the friend zone.
Yeah.
So if you got somebody that you like romantically that doesn't like you back that way, are you doing something wrong if you settle for being their friend?
To me, okay, so let me share just my experience of being in the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a comfortable place for both of us, right? So we were friends first. And through that friendship, I developed feelings. And once I made my feelings very present to that individual, and he placed me very prominently back into the friend zone, we had a really healthy relationship prior to, during, and after. Right? So like we would talk about everyday things. We would talk about kids. We would talk about careers. We would talk about other friends. You know what I'm saying? It was a really healthy relationship outside of what I saw to be romantic.
Right.
So he was worth being you. It was worth it to you to be in the friend zone to keep the relationship.
Why was it worth it though?
It was worth it because there were certain comforts. So I was in the friend zone in my marriage. Right. So at some point, no. At some point, I became detached from my marriage.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I was considering divorce. Ultimately, we ended up there, but I was considering divorce, and so I was seeking comfort through my friend.
Okay.
So he would give me guidance and tell me things like, listen to your husband and try to find out and ask questions and communicate more. So he would give me really good, healthy advice, and we would do the same for each other.
Yeah.
But through that comfort, I developed feelings.
Yeah, no doubt. That's friend zone action. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can roll with that. Yep. The friend zone, Queen, is basically one person having romantic interest, the other one not having romantic interest, but keeping them there. In particular, when you single, or like Queen Ice said, when you detached or separated, right?
Yeah. Because
then at those times you're available, but you don't want that person, so you put them in the friend zone.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Bradley, Mr. Mitchell said I would never do that to a woman.
That's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it to a woman either.
This was in my earlier days that I found myself in the friend zone, believe it or not. But I could never find myself in the friend zone again. It was uncomfortable for a brief moment after I outed myself, after I revealed my true feelings. It was very uncomfortable.
It got to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's the risk, though.
It is.
That's the risk when you reveal your feelings.
Oh, Mr. Mitchell said he wouldn't put a woman He would never do that to a woman,
especially knowing she wants more.
Okay, so he wouldn't put her in the friend zone. He would go on and go along with the relationship conversation.
Mhm.
Is that what he's saying?
Either that or he's
Or would he cut her off because he don't have the same feelings? I'm not sure
Right.
which one he's saying.
Right. That's what. Yeah, Mr. Mitchell explained that to us a little bit.
So
if you got
so
time.
if you know that she wants more, at
Yeah.
that point, do you cut her off and say, because you want more and I'm not on that same level with you, we need to depart this friendship? Or do you continue to keep her on, but gearing her more in the direction of this isn't going to ever happen, and so let's keep on the friendship path?
Right. I got a side note.
Yeah.
You know the thing that you put up
Which
about
one?
the side chick,
Yes.
be it helping out the main relationship.
Oh my God.
No, check it out though.
I saw that, like, wow.
No,
Miss
Yeah.
Renee.
I'm tired of it, Queen, because like Mr. Mitchell just said, he would never do that to a woman. And like you said, you was on the side, right?
Yes.
So you was the side, you was the friends, you was in the friend zone. So
But see, the side chick and the friend in the friend zone, even if it's a female, there's different roles. Like a side chick comes into that relationship knowing that sex is probably going to happen.
right. But hold on though, you didn't let me finish.
When you're in the friend zone, sex usually doesn't.
right. But
Okay, Mr. Mitchell said if he not sharing feelings, he cuts
Yeah.
ties.
okay, that's peace. But let 1 second, let me say this. You know how you was in the friend zone?
Right.
You didn't want to be in the friend zone.
Right.
So that would have put the guy as the
Right.
side guy.
It would have.
Decide, because remember the thing wasn't about
Yeah.
just side chicks,
Yeah.
it was about a side person.
Yes.
So and when he was speaking about it, he explained the side chick,
male and
male or
female.
female, right? So he would have been the side guy, and he would have had to be okay with being the side guy,
Yeah.
which would have made your situation at home a much better situation. You'd have been more tolerable.
Nah.
You was detached, but you were still at home.
No.
You were still at home though, right?
No.
I can't see
Oh, you
that
still
working
married.
out
I
well.
was still married. But
Oh, 1 second. Ain't no buts. You were still married.
yes.
You wasn't divorced.
Right.
Okay, so it would have made the marriage better. That guy would have been your side guy to make the marriage better.
I don't believe that.
No.
But you was trying.
I was trying, but at the same time,
So you ain't gonna be in a relationship.
had he agreed, I probably would be with him today.
Okay,
You
but
And
would've
my
been
marriage
divorced faster.
dissolved as of that point.
but
He
he
would not have been the side guy.
wait.
I
How
would have left
how
my
long?
husband in that situation and completely dissolved it.
But he would
to
have had to
carry
be the
on my
side guy
relationship.
for a minute.
What, a minute, like a day?
No,
Until
no,
it-
a
an
day.
hour?
However long it
Hours
took to
until
get out
my
of it.
husband make it back home for me to tell him, yeah, guess what? It ain't working out. It hasn't been working out for a while.
That's
I'm
still your
leaving.
husband though.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, what? I can't get away
Once
with
I walk out the door, I'm
You,
gone.
no, you're not.
Yes, the hell I am.
That means you
Listen.
still committing adultery.
Under whose law? Are we going by the
You
white
was
man's
legal.
law?
See, you want to be queen. She want to be legal one way and not legal the other way.
You damn
You
right.
getting too close to home for me. You making me warm over here with
Who
that
are you?
conversation.
Yeah. But this is what
She
that's what I'm saying.
Got me telling my biz.
No, we got
All right.
we got to
Hey,
hear that. We got to hear
I
that.
see you.
We got to hear
I
that because
see you, Queen.
yeah, I want to hear that story because you see how it
Women
ties though,
find
right?
themselves in that situation more often than not.
Right. But then that's what I'm saying. Like you found yourself in the friend zone, right?
Right.
But could have easily found yourself with a side dude, even though you were done with the marriage, right?
right.
You were still married.
I
So
was.
he would have still been the side dude until you got a complete divorce.
I mean, if that's how you want to technically view it, then
No,
yes.
that's not how I want to technically view it.
But
That's
it
how
wouldn't
that's
have
how it
been
would
a
have went.
side, dude, because the marriage and the husband would have been a mute point at that point.
You still would have been married though.
By paper, by law.
Okay, consider it what you want. It would have not. You would not have been divorced. Peace, Queen. You was gonna say something.
I don't even know what to say about that one.
You see
I
how-
ain't really.
you see how it
I'm
ties,
not really
right?
clear. Hmm?
So you see how it could tie.
I mean, so technically, that person would have been the side person if you were still legally married.
But I'm just saying.
Right. I feel like
But I don't feel once you once you just, I don't know. It depends. It's different for
What you
everybody.
say? What you say? Go ahead, finish that statement. Once you do what?
So for me, it depends on the individuals in the relationship. Because I was together with my ex for 7 years before we got legally married. We lived together. We had children together. All of that before we literally went to the court and got legally married. But I was committed to him as his wife from the time we met and committed to one another. Right? So now, fast forward when we come into the end of our situation. Once I knew I wanted to get a divorce because I knew who I was dealing with, and that would be the cleanest, easiest, most secure way to break the bond is to get a divorce. But that was just the paper. The bond between us was not broken because of the divorce.
Right.
The bond broke when we decided that we were finished as a couple. It wasn't the marriage license that made us committed, and it wasn't the divorce papers that separated us.
That's right.
So why I'm saying it can get difficult. Huh?
Why did y'all both to both of the queens? Why did y'all get married?
I foolishly got married at a very early age, fresh out of high school. I was only 2 years out of high school. I had 2 children. This was, I mean, there was just no other option at that point.
Okay.
You know, I had 2 children. We had already started a family together. So to be honest, it wasn't the typical way that people decide they want to marry someone. Like, were we in love? I think we developed love over the years, even after the official signing of the document. But we married out of a technicality.
Yeah.
And that's just being honest.
Yeah, no, okay, that's peace. And I'll wait until she can answer hers.
Yeah. Sorry, my daughter going through.
That's peace. Why
did I get married?
Yeah. Because you were together for 7 years. So why did you get married?
Yeah. So I mean, the technical, again, it depends on the perspective you're coming from. Why did I get with him and stay with him? I fell in love with him. And he loved me.
After 7 years or before the 7 years?
Before the 7 years. I'm talking about when we met through the 7 years. Okay, met, we fell in love, and he had loved me differently and better than anybody ever had. Right. And so that's what made me commit to him. Why we ended up getting married when we did at that point was we were moving from New York to Georgia. At that point, we had already had 3 children. I was pregnant with the 4th. It was like we move into this whole new state without friends, without family, without support. So if we go in here, we going as a family, intact, legally, every other way. So the reason we got married when we did was because we were about to move to another state.
Another technicality.
Okay. So
the marriage itself, the signing of that legal document wasn't because of the love.
Okay.
Right. The love was already there, already established.
Cool. So let me speak to that point.
Go ahead.
See, because I just wanted to see where y'all was at as far as that went, right?
We did it out of order. We had a family first. We moved in together first, and then we got married.
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So at what point did y'all have new people in y'all life?
What do you mean?
I told you I attempted, right? I stayed in the friend zone, so that didn't technically.
Yeah. But did you stay with your husband after that?
After me and that
after
friendship,
you was in the friend zone.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll leave that point there because my point made. We'll let everybody else catch up to the conclusion. And what about you? You was
What's the question?
You never dealt with anybody outside though, right?
So during your marriage and even during the divorce process, had you had any other relations?
Not possible.
That was the part I was saying. You're gonna
not
make me
sexual relations, but
just
relations,
like friends.
So
developing
situation.
Yeah.
That damn high school reunion.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Okay.
So
don't tell it all now.
I'm not to protect the innocent. I'm not naming names.
Protect the innocent. I ain't naming no names.
And I think
But what I will say,
God damn. Okay.
what I will say is for us in our relationship, that's what he was supposed to come with me to the reunion. We was, that's what we were supposed to do.
What?
And from that January to that June, it was probably the roughest time in our relationship. So we had decided that we were getting a divorce, the relationship was over, and that he wasn't coming to the reunion with me. And he kept saying, I didn't want him there. But I didn't want him there because he was very volatile. So that's why I didn't want him there. I didn't want him ruining my good time or my reputation or anything.
All right.
Going off on one of his whims. Now, the crazy part about all of this was we had the divorce. I had the divorce papers on the dresser for him to sign before I went out of town. And he told me that they would be signed when I came back. So when I left for Milwaukee, I left with the mindset that I was going to be divorced when I got back. So when I got to the reunion,
she was a single woman.
I would exactly. So that's how I operated. Now, the reality of the situation was the EP went down, how the EPs went down, and we gonna keep that on the low.
Over there. We'll put that in the
it really was about kind of the comfort, having something new, somebody I guess the attention, the understanding, being in that place where I was. It was just somebody to be there to talk to and just spend time with. Now, the crazy part was when I got back home, the divorce papers weren't signed. And he was like, I was gonna sign them, but I really just want us to give this one more real try before we say it's done.
Was she still a single?
So then now I was messed up in my head because
for a couple weeks.
Huh? What you saying, boy?
I was asking because you remember she had injected that you was a single woman when you came.
She was a single woman when she came.
Yeah. And I was asking, were you a single woman still after your husband said,
let's give it
another shot, and you said okay.
So no, that's the crazy part. I left for Milwaukee, believing that I was single, and I did what I did when I was in Milwaukee.
All right, now.
Okay.
What happens in Milwaukee stays in Milwaukee.
Absolutely.
Hey, what happens in Milwaukee stays in the archives. Throw that in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I was moving off that assumption at the time also remember, you don't know that, but at the time I was also a traveling trainer. So I flew all across the country all week, every week. I only came home on the weekends. So I was like in Milwaukee for 10 days. And then I went to fly. I think I flew to Ohio after Milwaukee. So I was like, I didn't come back home. So all this time I'm in my head, I'm still getting used to the notion of being single. I came home literally a month after the day that I left for Milwaukee. I think our reunion was like the 28th or the 29th, something like that year, at the end of June. I got back home exactly a month later. And that's when he was like, let's try it one more time. The time and the space had given him perspective, and he wanted to try to make a valiant effort one more time. But I had already switched my mindset. I'd already switched my heart set. So
But
I
did you
I
try it again?
had to continue. I had to go through with the divorce because I'm not a cheater. I'm not a liar.
Oh, so
And
you didn't try it again?
I don't know what you so
You didn't try. You didn't try to reestablish the marriage.
the marriage had not been dissolved yet because he had not signed the papers and he was still living in the house. So for all intents and purposes,
Hmm.
we were still living like a married couple
Hmm.
until such time as the divorce became final. He even stayed here 3 months after the divorce was final because we were together for 25 years. So for him, it was
Yeah.
starting all over again.
Yeah.
So he even
For
stayed
both
in
of
the
y'all,
house
though.
Yeah.
for the both of us. Yes, but I was a little more. I was staying in the house. You know, I still had the kid. Like my routine was a lot more like what was used to. He was moving to a new state. He had to get a new place, new job, new everything. So he stayed in the house 3 months even after we divorced, just so he could get himself together so that when he left, he could leave strong. And so that's what we did. So I'm not a cheater or a liar. So I had to continue with the divorce proceedings. Um, but yeah, no,
Okay. That's peace.
never know about Milwaukee.
Hey, that's peace. That's peace. Mr.
All right.
Cooper said, "Born power Allah, smooth transition." As I stated before, a lot of people, willing or unwilling, have had a side piece. And I stated, y'all may want to steer clear of that topic.
Right.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna leave.
we're gonna leave that one
We're gonna
alone.
put that in the archives, Mr. Cooper, because there's a lot of side pieces that doesn't.
Whole lot.
Oh boy, everybody like all of
I
our.
would love to hear the perspective of a side piece though, because some people stand on it strong.
I have a video that I will post on the page after we finish this live, and you will actually hear the perspective of someone who was a side piece and happy in it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody has possibly been a side piece. If
Knowingly
you know, like,
or unknowingly.
yeah, and
Knowingly or unknowingly, yeah.
I'll say that I think majority. I've been a side piece. You know what I'm saying? Where I knew the lady had a husband, I didn't know the guy, so it didn't bother me.
Right,
And
her marriage was between her and him, right?
Yeah, it was their thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't disrespect him because I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? And did she want to get it on? Yeah, we got it on. You know what I'm saying? I was just on the side. I was just I can't say I was in the friend zone though, because
Nah, you weren't.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying like to be
her man.
Right.
You had accepted your role as just being her bed
Friends with benefits.
Right.
Yeah. We just gonna kick it when we ready to kick it and stuff. And so that was more so the side piece situation. But as far as friend zone, no, we didn't do that. I got a couple points to make though.
All right.
I got a couple points to make, Queen Pure Justice.
But ain't that what you just said?
I was
friends with benefits, isn't that friend zone?
No.
But no, that's different. No. Friend zone friends don't ever make it to the bedroom.
And
they hardly
may,
and if they do, it's usually one of those circumstances where that person who placed them in the friend zone became very vulnerable.
Yeah, and you cracked the glass.
In an emergency, that glass got broken.
The glass got broke, right? With that too, you're being a side piece don't mean that we got really any romantic interest. We might have sexual interest, but not romantic interest, because romantic interest usually states that you're trying to take it to the next level with somebody.
Yes.
And in that case, as with your case and with your case, you could not go to the next level no matter what, because y'all was still in that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's not to be funny, but that's what it was.
Absolutely.
So dig this. I got a couple points, right? And I got a couple questions. This is a question.
All right.
For y'all two, since y'all two are really active on it. And anybody else that might want to answer. Number one, is it okay to be put in the friend zone, or is it okay to sneak into the friend zone? Let's go with the sneak into the friend zone.
I don't think anybody can sneak into the friend zone. I think they try.
People sneak in the friend zone all the time. But
I
go
don't-
ahead. I'll let you talk. Go
I
ahead.
think they try. So let's say, for example,
Javana.
you have an associate that's a male, right? And it's easier to just put it in context of he's a coworker, right? So he's a coworker who's a male, and you associate with him. If they're trying to sneak in the friend zone, you see it, and it's so obvious that a good, sound-minded woman would see that attempt
Or man.
and push them back.
Or man would see that woman's attempt and push her back.
Absolutely. So I would never allow someone to sneak into the friend zone and let them get comfortable there. If I see you sneaking, I'm pushing you right back because I'm a very sound mind.
But if he's sneaking though, if he's sneaking, a lot of times if a guy is sneaking, you don't even know what's happening.
That's what I was gonna say. How would you know if somebody
Yeah.
is trying to sneak
It's
into
the way
friend
they
zone?
move, it's the way they interact, it's the way they talk that is completely different than how they normally are when they're around you.
Well, let me give you a scenario.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me give you a scenario. First, Devina said friend zone is just friends only.
Right.
I don't know what that acronym is.
In my opinion.
Oh, in my opinion, okay. Yeah, see, y'all got. I'm getting older. In my opinion,
Like we not.
yeah, right. Well, y'all hanging out on the side, so y'all might not be. Hey, it's in my opinion, it's a place for people with very few options. That's right. Friend zones has very few options. That's why they sit there.
Right.
But let me say this real quick too.
That's why they sit there.
Sneaking into the friend zone, right?
Right. Give me a scenario.
Give you the scenario. You want some coffee? You drink coffee or you drink tea?
I drink coffee.
Okay.
She looked at you like that was a trick question.
It was.
Right, it was.
It was. But at work, that's the question that's gonna be like,
That's
hey,
how right.
I'm going to get some
but
coffee.
see, the thing is, at work, if that person normally doesn't ask you that question, I'm gonna look at you that way, like,
stop it.
Really? Hey, whether you asking me if I want coffee or what I'm having for lunch, I see that as an attempt at you trying to get into this area that I don't want you to be.
The forbidden zone. Huh? It's not the friend zone, it's the forbidden zone.
So,
okay.
Right. I'm very, very social even at work. Just how I am in real life, I'm that same way at work. So when I'm at work, I work with a lot of male coworkers and I say hi to them all the time. So if one of them just so happens to decide to ask me an out-of-pocket question, such as, what are you having for lunch? At that point, I'm going to be very evasive, like, damn, you've never asked me
That's
that
more
before.
obvious than the coffee, though. Hey, I'm going down to get some coffee. You want some coffee?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, Miss Tuffy here.
I am, though. I really am.
I can't see that because you too personable, you too interactive.
I won't just blatantly be like, no, but what I will do is be like, no, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
you
good.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay, because I'm working into that friend zone.
Right, and
I'm
I'm blocking you. This is get back. Get back.
Your hands gonna get tired.
No, sir.
Some people sneak into the friend zone so smooth and suavely that you never knew that they were attempting to be next to you.
Yeah.
And it's not to be disrespectful or anything like that, right? But they just want to see, okay, I'm gonna just, flirt with her, not flirt, but I'm gonna just say, we'll this.
And my rabbit ears go up immediately.
Okay.
Immediately. Like as soon as I see something that is out of your character, out of the normal, something we've interacted for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you have never asked me about coffee.
Well,
now all of a sudden you're asking me about, well, it doesn't matter what it is.
It might be the male.
It doesn't matter. If you've never in this interaction prior to asked me about the male.
What if they ask you about something that they already asked you about?
Such as?
Whatever work is. I don't know what work
if they're
is.
asking for help with work, I obviously don't see that as a red flag. I'm a supervisor, so my job is to assist people where they need help, right?
What about this? What about this? And you too, Queen Pure Justice and Devina, right? Because Devina said she with Tina. She said, yep, I'm with Tina. But here's the deal, though. I'm just wondering, like, because there's a lot of ways guys or women sneaks into the friend zone, right? Somebody might come and be like if you say somebody work at a place and a woman says to me, "Hey, Born, you want to try these cookies? I just made them last night, and I bring them." She gave you one. She gave Queen Pure Justice one, and she asked me one. Do I want one? I'm say yeah. Right.
Absolutely.
Then when she come back and she asked me how were they, she ain't gonna ask you how they was or you how they was. She asked me how they was, and I'm not looking at it as crazy because we already ate the cookies.
Right.
So ate the cookies. I'm gonna leave that there. So anyway,
Mic drop.
Heard that.
so I'm gonna say, yeah, that was nice. It was nice. You cook all the time and stuff, so now we talking. But we leave it there.
But see, that's your fault for even engaging in further discussion.
How
Well, so wait,
And
can I ask?
Is whether or not she cooks often.
But she gave us cookies.
It doesn't matter.
It's her trying to sneak in, not me trying to sneak
Yeah,
in.
no, and that's your problem is that you
I'm
are
leaving the door open
unwillingly
now.
allowing her to stick her foot in the door.
So she's not
So
supposed
let
to-
me ask this question that goes to the foundation of all of this, because I think ultimately the question is, do you believe that men and women can have platonic relationships? Because if you believe that they can, I can't see you curving everybody that's trying to be nice and polite and a friend to you. But if you don't believe that men and women can be platonic friends, then anybody of the opposite sex that comes to you with anything, you gonna curb them, because no new friends, right? You don't need no friends if it ain't your partner and you don't believe men and women could be friends. Then what are you doing there?
Absolutely, I do the most curving.
Do you?
When I'm in a relationship? Absolutely.
in a relationship.
When I'm in a relationship, it's like almost like my antennas are on high alert whenever any male is around.
Wait. Is that
Mine
question for in a
too.
relationship or just ever?
Well, in a relationship it's easy, but now that we're not in marriages like that
might be a little bit more difficult, because at some point I let my guards down to invite male attention.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm talking from the single perspective.
Right.
I'm not talking from the perspective of you being married,
right,
or you being in a
relationship,
a 5-year relationship. I'm talking about if you are single and here's the guy that know he might not have a shot with you,
right,
but he's making an attempt to sneak into that friend zone, and you are single, right? But he don't want to be like, Queen Nice, can I take you out?
Right.
He don't want to do that.
Right.
He just want to be like, Queen Nice, I'm going to get some coffee. You want some?
Right.
And you single, so you would shun it still.
And if I were single, I probably wouldn't shun it.
And it wouldn't be like he's jumping out the window, but
right.
He just
because I feel like now he's testing.
He want to be his friend.
Right.
He want to be your friend. He taking baby steps.
Exactly.
To
baby steps. Yeah. And then with them baby steps, he trying to go further and further, but you're still keeping them there in that zone. That's
now
what it is.
You've let him in the friend zone. The moment you start to
is there something wrong with
allow him to offer you to do things, gifts, and all that, and the third, now you're inviting him into the friend zone.
But isn't anything wrong with the friend? Because the friend zone is where you put people where it's wrong at. That's wrong. That's not really for you.
To me, I don't need guys in the friend zone unless you are homosexual. I have a lot of homosexual
gay friends in the gay, your gay best friend. You can have a gay best friend.
No, the gay guys can't be in the friend zone.
Right. So again, if you are heterosexual
and interested,
your place is not in my friend zone.
Where's their place at?
We're associates.
Do you
Let's keep it there?
Okay, so wait. I gotta clarify this here. Have you ever met anybody that you was not interested in?
All the time.
But they stayed around because they was okay people.
Yeah.
That's the friend zone.
But she's saying that's an associate zone. Ask the question, do you have any close male friends that are platonic?
Absolutely not.
No. But
so
the
close
platonic
meaning,
is different though.
But see, again, the closeness is when I consider you to be close, you're a friend. When you're not so close, meaning you don't really know my day-to-day, you don't know my complete life story, you're an associate.
This is what the friend zone is.
Not for me.
The friend zone
for a guy to be in the friend zone with me, now we're sharing stories. We're getting to know each other. Even if there's no potential for us to take it to any other level, as a friend, we're going to confide in one another and share stories and
build relationships.
Relationships.
Like what?
Friendships.
Like what kind of friendship? Like what? Like I'm saying what? Because you said, listen,
a friendship.
You given the definition of a friend zone, right? because you giving both sides of a friend zone. When you don't like somebody, right?
Right.
Romantically.
Right, but they like you romantically, right?
Right.
They don't even have to tell you they like you romantically, even if they do. Like we seen the other clip, right?
Right.
They don't tell you that they like you romantically. So when they don't tell you, but you keep on, you're like, hey, yeah, you know, me and the girls going out, woo, woo, or me and so, I like this guy, woo, woo. And they like, yeah, that's cool, man. You know, oh, you really like him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might not be that good for you because he only 6 foot and you like 6'5". So you know, this the friend zone talk, right?
Right.
But you don't have anybody that gets into that conversation that do that. Okay, because I think that's different, Queen Pure Justice, than a platonic friend, because a platonic friend, me and this lady over here could be married, and she could be friends with me, and you could be friends with me. That's platonic. I look at y'all as sisters. See what I'm saying? So that'll be the platonic side, as opposed to anything else. And my friends will be friends with y'all and respectful of what y'all got going on, even if it's nothing.
Right.
So, but that'll be the platonic side. But the friend zone is a totally different situation where I may not even tell you about my romantic interests, right? But
you have them and you're just bottling them up inside.
Yeah, and you done told you, we done had such good conversations. Like, dang, am I in the friend zone? Right. And now if I say, man, I'm going to this party, you want to go? It's a no, because you done put me in. I done got stuck in the friend zone.
Right.
You know. Right. Give me 1 second, Queen Pure Justice. We about to play this other clip.
Okay.
We about to play this clip real quick, and you'll see exactly where we're coming from on this one.
Okay.
All right. All right, ready?
Go. So a while back, my girlfriend, well, a girl that was my friend, had me so deep in the friend zone. She would tell me about all of her guy problems, saying things like, "There's just no good guys left, Desmond. Perfect. Here's my chance. Look, I know what you've been through. I always tell you how these guys should be treating you, and you agree. That shows that I know what you need, and that's me." And she was like, "I don't want to mess up our friendship." I immediately regretted sending that message. So I told her my little brother was playing on my phone. The only problem was, I don't have a little brother. And
so, Queen Pure Justice, you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
He was deep in the friend zone.
He was in the friend zone, and she didn't even know he was in the friend zone. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Until he sent that message.
But
he didn't.
See,
he didn't know he was romantically.
She didn't know that he was romantically interested until he asked her. But the thing is, they were sharing experiences and stories, and she was getting advice from him. That was her putting him in the friend zone. And his attempt to step outside of the friend zone.
She didn't even know he was. She didn't even know he was romantic.
She knew he was in the damn friend zone.
But she didn't know he was
no
romantic.
way.
In her mind, he was platonic.
Right.
In her mind, he was platonic.
She felt comfortable enough to tell him about her relationship with her man.
Right. Because he's a platonic friend.
He was a platonic friend, and she never saw any romantic interest in him at all.
Right. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go with that part on the platonic. That's peace. But she didn't see any romance, right?
Right.
Right.
And he was in the friend zone. She didn't put him in the friend zone. He was just in there. And when he
we
tried
don't necessarily put a person like, "Hey, Don, you finna be in the friend zone." No, we
So-
don't. We don't blatantly say it, but the way we move and the way we interact with you should basically give you the clear sign of where your placement is in my life.
Wait, because let me let me backtrack a little bit.
If I put a guy in the friend zone, I haven't said you're in the friend zone, stay there.
Well, she tried to put him in the friend zone because he was a friend, right?
He was.
And then she said, "I don't want to mess up our friendship."
That's right.
That's when she put him in the friend zone.
No, he was in the friend zone before that.
No, they was friends, platonic. And then she put him there when she said, "I don't want to mess." The moment she said, "I don't want to mess up our friendship," she drew the line in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Now you stay over there.
Right.
That's the friend zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't come out of that.
Right.
Right.
And he like, damn, I messed up. Let me say my little brother do that. My little brother had my
And-
phone, this type
And
of
so then the question becomes, why do he feel like he messed up? Because now he know he never gonna get her because she said we not doing that.
thing.
So then his question in his own mind becomes, do I stay her friend? And if he says, yes, I can stay her friend, then he was a real platonic friend to her. If he says, no, I can't stay her friend, then he was only ever angling to be getting a relationship with her.
And he knew from the very beginning, from the moment his feelings developed for her, he put himself in the friend zone because it wasn't reciprocated.
He snuck in.
So that's what you consider snuck in.
He was sneak.
All right, I got you.
He
I
snuck
follow
in there.
It's sneaking, I guess. If I consider us platonic friends, but on the low behind my back, you got feelings for me that I don't know about,
Right.
then that's sneaking,
Got
and he
ulterior
put himself
motive.
there. I didn't put him there. He
Okay,
put him
but
there.
can you sneak in? Isn't what I'm saying. That was that point. The question was, can you sneak in? And he snuck in, and then he said, man, my shot. This is my shot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Right.
he was already he was just waiting for the perfect moment. He
was.
snuck in, and then she drew the line.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where she put him back in the friend zone where he was originally at in the first place.
Yeah.
Mr. Mitchell said, I don't have female friends. It's me and my girl. If we part, I'll open myself up to new experiences, but not as a friend because my end goal is the relationship part.
I'm with Mr. Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell, have you ever found yourself in the friend zone though?
Ooh,
Has a woman ever told you when you made that advancement towards her that she didn't see you in that light? That's a very good, valid question.
Yeah. And while we waiting on that,
Funny, that happened to me in high school.
What?
In chemistry
that?
class. I was trying to think, have I ever been put into the friend zone? And I was like, no, but it did. It happened to me in high school. That's the last time I could say, the first and the last time. Somebody who, you in class, you got a bunch of platonic friends in class. And one I started to develop feelings for at some point during the school year, but I didn't want to tell them because we had been friends all the way up until that point. So I didn't want to mess it up, but then also kind of holding that kind of energy inside is a lot to deal with. And so, you in high school, you got your girlfriends and they like, just tell them. Like, nah, I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna keep it
right.
I'm gonna keep it the way it is because sometimes it's better to have that unrequited love as opposed to it being shut
Nothing
down.
at all. Right.
being shut
And
down.
so, I mean, eventually, my friend convinced me to tell him because we were coming up on prom season.
Uh-oh.
And you
And
knew
so
somebody gonna ask you, huh?
he
No.
he didn't like me like that.
Yeah,
He liked me as a friend. We was cool.
Oh,
We was in the same class. He was on the basketball team, and I used to take the stats. I was the statistician for the boys' basketball team, but he didn't like me like that. For whatever reason, he had a girl, or he just didn't like me like that. But he made it clear that I was cool, but he didn't like me like that. And then I had to pick up my face and finish the rest of the school year in the same class with him. So,
right.
I was definitely curved and put in the friend zone. But the beauty for me, I kept telling myself was, 2 more months, school is done, and then I'm on a plane out of here.
right.
Mr. Mitchell said, yes, I have, meaning he has found himself in the friend zone. But when she saw what I did for the lady I actually dated, she tried to backtrack.
Okay, she tried to come.
He was like, "Oh, he a good catch. Let me get him back."
Right?
Nope,
yeah. She
that
saw
don't
the
work
work
either.
and was like, "Hold on, what the hell did I just do? That ain't the woman for you." Let's
Nope.
just say that, because if it took that for her to realize that you were a great catch, then all she saw was dollar signs.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask y'all this question. Is there an expiration date on being in the friend zone?
I don't think there is, as long as those boundaries have been set.
For you, I'm talking.
For me,
This is specific because, and anybody that might answer, Devina, Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Cooper, Miss Bradley.
I honestly would say for me, there is no expiration date, but
Mhm.
to be respectful of my relationship, if that friend zoned friend,
What relationship?
if that friend zone friend impedes on a relationship, then I would have to end it. There would be an expiration date.
We're not talking about that. We talk. See, y'all keep on going back to the you in a relationship.
Right.
I'm going strictly like
You
Single.
talking about
We-
single.
No,
Mhm.
there
Yeah,
is no
because-
expiration.
Yeah, because friend zone to me is strictly single. Like you have no choice but to be in,
To me,
in
if
the
your
friend
ass
zone.
single and you got all these friends in the friend zone, you need to be knocking on the friend zone door and snatch you one of them up out of there.
I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about them other guys.
I don't think nobody. I don't know, but I don't think anybody would sit there for too long.
See, that's what I'm
If you
saying.
know, now we're not talking about the
That's that
ones that's
person.
hiding their feelings.
Right.
Well, that's the expiration date.
Right.
We're
I
not
think
talking
the
about the
person
ones
who's
that's
in
hiding their
the friend zone
feelings.
isn't going to sit there long.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because life should still be happening. Eventually, that person should meet somebody that they like and interested in and want to move on. Like, nobody should sit in a friend zone forever.
Right. Absolutely, I agree.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going in the friend zone. So that was just a question.
He said,
That
"Not
was
me."
just a question for anybody that might listen to this later.
Have you ever found yourself cool with somebody that over the course of your relationship you started to have romantic feelings for?
in the friend? Are you asking me? Have I been in the friend zone? Yeah,
No, I'm
absolutely.
asking you, have you ever had a friend that started out as a friend and over the course of your friendship you started to develop romantic feelings?
Definitely.
And so were they reciprocated?
Yeah.
So then that's not the friend zone,
No,
because
but I'm saying.
Right.
Well, hold on though. I've been in the friend
once
zone.
it's
where-
reciprocated, it become an episode, it become a friends with
Yeah.
benefits, it becomes side piece, but it's not friend zone.
All right.
Mr.
Peace,
Mitchell
Mr.
said
Mitchell.
he gotta
Peace.
go. Peace.
Peace. But yeah, no, I've been in a friend zone where I was only just like, hey, what's going on? Talking to the girl and doing all this, and she might have been kicking it with Larry or whoever else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, yeah, old Larry, huh? What about old me? This type of thing, whatever. Whatever it was though. So, I've had that, especially like when you're young,
Yeah.
you be in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you see your opportunity. Opportunity gonna come as soon as this guy break your heart. Right here, right here.
Yeah.
Come- hey, lay down.
Put it right there. I got you.
Come on, hey, right here. Come on, girl.
Right.
And we're gonna talk, and then because you're gonna see that opportunity, like you said. Oh, I got my shot.
I got my shot. Let me
Know what I'm
take it.
saying? Let me take the
I'll be
shot.
better for you than he is, right?
Yeah, that type of thing. I knew he wasn't no good, well, whatever he said on the video, but that's what it is. So yeah, I've been in the friend zone. Yep. I've been
Sometimes when you have a friend that you believe is a platonic friend, you don't even look at them like that because the relationship from your perspective is strictly about platonic friendship. But if something happens or if they divulge some feelings or like, I break up with my boyfriend and now I'm crying and you comforting me and it's like, no, you should be treated better. Now I might look at you like, never considered that as an option, but maybe.
Right. No doubt. That's definitely too. And then what else too, to piggyback off what you just said, I've had people around me that were platonic, right? That I looked at strictly platonic. And I never realized that they was looking at me romantically. Right. And then when they said something about it, I was like, no, you're not my speed. Right.
And you curving people too.
Right.
I'm doing the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was because of how they played it. You know what I'm saying? Then they might sneak and try to do something.
Yeah.
And different stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I think
I had a lady kiss me on my head.
oh, see now.
Yeah, like I mean, like
at some point
just
when
like
you become that
That she gave you an endearing forehead kiss.
intimate,
I said, when she gave you an endearing forehead kiss,
clearly,
an endearing
clearly.
on top of the head kiss.
endearing on top of that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard for you to read what the hell that is.
Well,
Right,
it was
especially
easy to
when you
read
didn't
that.
see it coming. When you
Mhm.
didn't see it coming.
That yeah.
You know, some people try to escape from the friend zone. You, like you said, if
Yeah.
you're going through some shit and you are,
Boom.
hey, I'm gonna call my friend and tell him this is what I'm going through.
Mhm.
And if he said, "Come lay your head on my shoulders," and then get to stroking your hair, that's him trying to escape the friend zone. You being way too intimate. Don't stroke my hair.
You ever
I
watched
just
the movie
needed the
Casino?
shoulder to cry
You ever
on.
watched the movie Casino?
Yeah.
You see Casino Queen or
Mhm.
Joe Pesci when he
Yeah.
got in the car? He
Uh-huh.
just won't. He won't do. Yeah.
So
That's what
crazy.
That's what he did. To.
But
He's like,
basically, yeah.
okay.
At that point, hey,
Yeah, that's what it is. Like the friend zone become all types of craziness.
you know,
It
when we
does.
think about the first clip where he said 70% of males aren't the ideal body shape, aren't the ideal mate for anyone. They
Mhm.
seem to find themselves in the friend zone a lot more often. But here's what I have to say to those 70% males. What woman won't do, another woman will. You keep
Mhm.
restricting yourself from finding who you should be with because you are comfortable being in the friend zone with women who don't look at you that way.
Mhm.
So for someone who is in the friend zone, stop being comfortable being there.
Mm-hmm.
That 70% of guys might be a little overweight, might not be the most sexual appealing, might be
Mhm.
real frumpy, but at the same time, someone out there does like you for who you are. And that instant connection and it can be reciprocated. Stop limiting yourself to people who you want and you desire when they don't want and desire you.
I'm with you 200% on that because I didn't. That's the only statistic I didn't go with. Like I didn't agree with that part of it. 70% of the guys that can't walk into the room and command attention. You know what I'm saying? But because, and the reason I say that is because a lot everybody that walks into a room commands attention from someone if the room is more so packed, right?
Absolutely.
So you're gonna draw attention, and it
Right.
speaks. I was just gonna say, I'm saying like this, like you got some guys, right? I'm speaking from the male perspective. You got a man that don't like women that's over 6 feet, right?
Right.
So if a 5'3" woman walk into the room, she gonna command his attention
Right.
just by seeing her. But then you got the guys that don't mess with the women that's over 150 pounds. So if the woman that come
I'm
into the
still
room is
listening.
like 250 or 220, that's 220 pounds,
She's not going to command
she's
his
not going to
attention.
command his attention, but she's going to command my attention.
Right.
And it's going to be a different ball game because I'm like, whoa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's the only statistic that I'm with you on. He didn't, that wasn't a good one.
No.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I didn't like that, but more so, I didn't like that. I don't like that guys find it very comfortable in the friend zone. I feel that when a guy is putting himself in the friend zone with intentions of potentially winning her over one day, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're wasting your time by doing that, because most often you are seeking a woman who you know is not in your league. Exactly.
Right. That's peace.
But you consistently, if you have a type, everybody has a type, right? So if this guy who consistently finds himself in the friend zone likes petite women, but every time he takes a shot at a petite woman, he's getting shot down, then you now have to adjust your type. But if you continue to chase those petite women, knowing that potentially you're going to get shot down, stop doing it.
Yeah, you're gonna be considered the friend zone guy
forever.
Yeah, like me, I got my I got a point right here. I only made 5 points, but my fourth point is this: I don't accept the friend zone because I'm too easy to talk to. So I'm not gonna be just because I'm very interactive with people. So if a woman find it really easy to tell me her problems and listen to what I got to say and so on and so forth, and she try to put me in a friend zone, I'm cutting that off right then. I don't do that. I don't play friend zone, all of this old stuff like that. If you're gonna talk to me like that, we need to be hanging out.
Right.
You know
But
what I'm
if she talked to you like that and you giving her advice or your perspective on things, are you doing that as a friend or are you doing that as somebody who's trying to get with her?
Me personally, I don't take on too many women like as friends. I don't do that.
Right.
Now again, you know, when you get to be a certain age, 30, 40, 50, whatever, but I'm saying over 30, you start taking on your lady friends usually are the ladies of other people that you know.
Right.
Or they might be in a certain group that you're involved in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna let one of my friends lady call me. You see what I'm saying? I don't care what's going on. She can't call me for advice about him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She can call me about some electricity or something, whatever it is. But
she need a gas cut.
Yeah, she can't call me about nothing.
She should still be talking to you through your lady, not directly.
Through that path, because, or maybe even if it's like my ladies, my one of my guys, lady friend. If you were dealing with my guy, right,
all in a relationship,
there is no reason for me and you to be friends. You see,
I got you.
And then if you are single, and I'm single, I don't know what we talking about that's not romantic.
Ooh, so have you ever?
Okay. So you never had a female platonic friend?
Yes,
I
have.
But that's someone you were never romantically interested in. Were they never interested in you either?
I don't know. But here go no, the reason I say that is because I've had platonic friends in situations of work and so on and so forth. But I didn't have a platonic friend where I say, you got to think about it. How do you meet the opposite sex? Right?
Living, right?
So you either going to meet them at work, at play, when you get older.
Your work life or your home life.
Right. Because if you in school, you know that you might not be, you know, whatever, but you in work, like in over 30, at work or at play, the club, an event like a barbecue or whatever it is, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not meeting a woman at the club or something to be her friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not.
But the person that I'm working with or networking with, she could possibly be a friend, but chances are once you get older, we ain't gonna even talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that reminded me of something. I forgot that happened since I've been divorced. I had a guy trying to talk to me. I guess, was he trying to put me in the friend zone? Maybe he was. Well, I don't know, but I just thought of it because I told him, I said, I don't need no new friends. I don't need no new male friend. Huh?
So you put him in the friend zone?
No, I thought we were talking, getting to know each other to build something or to see if we wanted to build something. You know, it's awkward.
On a romantic level.
Yes, that's what I thought it was. Okay. That's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah.
Based on the conversations we were having. That is what I thought we were doing. And then I think that's what I don't think this is the same. I think that's what we were doing. Getting to know each other, building something. And I think when he didn't get his way, it was like, well, we could be friends. I'm like, no, I don't need no friends. I don't need no guy friends in the friends. I don't need that no more.
So you have romantic interests. Both of y'all have romantic interests.
Initially, that's what their friendship was based off. They wanted to see if romance could flourish.
Did.
No, she said that's what they were doing.
No, he wanted
in her mind, she felt like he wanted sex.
That's what she said. He wanted sex because when he couldn't get what he wanted, when he couldn't go in the direction that he wanted or he thought it could go, then he said, "Well, we can be friends."
Oh yeah, nah.
Right? So
Yeah.
so I think she might have been she got a bad connection, but I think if she wanted the romantic relationship and he was like, "Well, we can
No,
have
I
sex,"
just-
but
right,
the romance is out of the question
right,
because romance is another level,
right.
right? And you got to be a pure person to a pure male or female to perform
Accept that.
romantically.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Are you a romantic person?
I'm very romantic.
See, I'm a romantic person too. A lot of people not. They don't know
That's
how to.
sad.
They don't know how to go back and forth. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
sad.
Yeah. What's Mr. Cooper say?
Mr. Simmons said, Queen Ice, great outlook. The gentleman that I know already understood your critique. Myself, I grew up under the tutelage of a guy named Ralph.
Oh, Ralpho. I got some game from Ralph too.
Oh my God.
No, seriously, Ralph has some good game. Mr.
How
Simmons.
to be a player.
No, he was just. I mean, you know, Ralph was
How to be a ladies' man.
He was that. What man is not a ladies' man if they single? You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be a ladies' man if he's single. But check this out. Let me ask this question. What do you think a person should stop showing romantic gestures once they've been put in the friend zone?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because that person that you were pursuing romantically has already drew that line in the sand. They've already set the expectation that your place in their life is in the friend zone. So at that point, attempting any type of romance to follow, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Okay, yeah, and that's the thing too, because I think the friend zone is a failure all in itself. But can you be brought out of the friend zone? Let me ask this. This is a good question too, right? This is my last question here. Can a relationship start by being friends?
Absolutely. I think some of the best relationships start off as friends, but
How?
They start off as friends, but I don't think that anyone in that beginning stage was in the friend zone, right?
Right.
So you have two open-minded people, most likely single, and they're just getting to know each other on a friendship level. I just want to, what do you like? Oh, you like baseball? I like baseball too. Let's go to a couple games. We're hanging out, we're kicking it, we're cool. And then it leads to something romantic because mutually you two decide that it should go a little bit further. So I do believe that some of the greatest relationships do start off as friendships. Why? Because if you're expounding on a friendship and you're taking that time to get to know that person, what they like, what they don't like, and you're spending quality time with that individual based on things that you both commonly share,
that's a good thing.
right? Because you got to know that person 100% before you decided, let's take it to a romantic level.
Okay. Queen Pure Justice, I just put the link in the description. You might be able to jump back in. I put it back in there so that just to see if you would be able to jump back in if you wanted to. We're going to wrap it up, but we want to hear your last thoughts.
Your last remarks.
For the evening.
So, yeah, I think that some of the greatest relationships are formed out of friendships.
Yeah.
It's hard to, after a romantic relationship has been formed, it's hard to debate about the small things that relationships built on romance have, if that makes sense. Like if we're friends and I know you don't like broccoli, I'm never cooking broccoli. Right. Ever. So once we decide to be romantic and now we're involved in a romantic relationship, you ain't got to never worry about broccoli. But if you're let's say a blind date situation, right? So on a blind date, we meet, we attract, we go out on a few more dates, but that broccoli conversation never comes up. I invite you over to my house. I cook you broccoli. You're going to be mad about that.
Growing pains.
Absolutely. So those are the obstacles that being in a romantic relationship at the very beginning creates. So later on down the road, we're in a full-fledged relationship. And then one day I decide I'm going to have broccoli. I might not even make it for you per se, but the sight of broccoli irritates you. So now you're mad while we're deep in a relationship over some shit like broccoli. Relationships go through some of the stupidest trials and tribulations over some of the most nominal things. And had the friendship developed in the beginning first, all of that would have.
I don't like friendship.
I love friendships.
I don't like it.
I love it.
I like to be romantic without friendship. I like to
You
do
setting
that.
yourself up to be having little petty arguments later on down the
I don't
road.
argue
I got
don't argue at all.
I had a friendship. I had a friendship to relationship backfire on me once.
See,
A,
that's why I don't like friendship.
a
Go ahead.
really good, he was a really good friend. I knew him since I was a teenager. We always vibed, always got along, and then in early 20s, we was like, well, you know, we always got along. We been good. We knew each other for years. We know each other. Nobody don't really know us better than each other. Want to try? Let's swing it up. And it so backfired because the main reason it backfired was because the sex was trash. And it's like how you have a relationship with your friend, somebody who you love as a person, but you know that you can't stay in a relationship with them because they can never satisfy you sexually.
Right.
Backfire. So I the next time, which is the person who I ultimately ended up marrying, the next time there was no friendship beforehand. We met and we got to know each other as we built the relationship.
Romantically, yeah.
Off of chemistry, yeah.
Right. Now
That's
just
what I'm
think
talking
about
about,
if
Queen.
that relationship, that your marriage would have ended up with trash sex.
But see,
the marriage would have never happened.
yeah, because
The marriage would never happen.
she ain't going for friendships.
Right.
She going for
Romance.
we're gonna get to know each other romantically
Yeah.
and become friends.
I gotta
as
see
well.
what you're working with before I
And become friends as well. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait,
We
so
we can get to know each other simultaneously, but the sex would be trash.
hold on one second. She's taking it. You took it that she said the sex was trash from him.
No, not
sex
from
could have been
her
trash.
husband,
No,
but
from another guy.
her friend.
Yeah, but what if she was the trash part of the sex? Who was
I
the
was
trash
not
part?
the trash part of the sex. Let's be
She
clear.
ain't gonna own up to that. Who would own up that they have bad sex? Like,
That's the
I
point.
don't know
That's
anybody who would
that's-
own up to that.
That's exactly.
No,
what-
I'm gonna make but you I don't know who gonna own up to it when they the bad sex, but
That's-
you damn sure ain't claiming it when you know it ain't you.
Exactly. Hey, you look. Nobody claims it, right? Nobody's gonna claim
Nobody.
that. Nobody's gonna claim it one bit, not at all. So,
But he could have been trash to Queen Pure Justice, but
then
he could have been
to
the bomb
somebody
to
else.
somebody else.
right,
And this is what I hope.
and he
And this is what I hope
Gonna
because
call
he's
for her.
married now. He's married now. So I pray that it was just trash for me.
but
and
you know,
not-
you
but
know what?
he's not. And here's the crazy part. He's married to her now, and everything that I loved about him as a friend, and I see how he do his wife, I'd be like, oh man, I knew he was
You
that
could
dude.
develop them skills, honey. Them sexual skills could have been developed to your liking.
Some things
It was
can't be
trash at
helped.
one time, but it could have been nerves. It could have
I was
been
about to say sometimes
the
situations.
ambiance.
It wasn't a one time thing. I had to give it a chance
so
because he was my friend and because his feelings mattered to me. I had to give it a chance.
right.
But even after giving it a chance,
It still wasn't right.
Yeah, that might have been because y'all was friends like that too.
it could have been. It very might as well could have been. Something inside might not have made that switch, and it felt
Right.
awkward because it was a friend. So you could be very well right. That's a possibility that at the time I never thought of, but that could have very well been it.
Because that was in Now Why?
Huh?
That was in New York?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of males and females be friends for a long time in New York. And
'Cause you
then
grow
it's
up together in the
yeah,
same building, the same
right.
Neighborhood.
neighborhoods, schools, all of that. And I know Milwaukee got neighborhoods too, but it's like what I experienced in Milwaukee is like, people on your block, across the street, down the block, around the corner. But even if that's 100 blocks, 100 people in your little square block area, you could have 100 people on 2 floors in a project building in New York. So you just around a lot of people, and some for a long time.
Well, see, it's the same thing with here too. And Jay-Z said that in one of his songs as it go. Um, you grew up with people, right? Like all of the girls that I grew up on my block with, right? I mean, I might have kicked it with 2.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I kicked it with a lot of girls from the other neighborhoods. That neighborhood over there, this neighborhood over here, or that neighborhood over there. Those girls that was in my neighborhood got pregnant by guys that was in that other neighborhood, and so on and so forth, because it was too close of a standing. When we was too
Yes.
tight
Yes.
growing up
Yes.
if we see each other right now, it's like I'm seeing my brothers and sisters.
Right.
Yeah, your
That's
cousins,
how
your
I
sister.
was
Yeah.
through high school. Like I dated guys at Custer, but for the most part, like the man I married didn't go to Custer. The man I married was from Mesmer.
Yeah.
And we dated for 2 years before we married. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's a Milwaukee thing or not, but like I tried not to get too close
That's the same
with
thing.
people that you immediately grew up with.
That's what she's saying. That might be why that sexual experience, those sexual experiences might not been so good.
Right.
Because you haven't, y'all really, really close, and you like, damn, am I gonna fuck this up?
Yeah.
And if y'all do, no matter what it's like, y'all probably fuck it up. But then, like you said, now he married and he getting that. The woman is getting that treatment that you was like, damn, that's what I
that
deserve.
Quality in him.
Yeah,
that's the thing I loved about him as my friend. Those things are the things that I loved about him as my friend. So yes, I would love to had experienced that, but that's funny because I never even thought about that. That was my story and I was sticking to it, but you gave me a whole different perspective after all these years. And it could have been that. Not that it wasn't bad when it was happening. That was a true story. That was a true statement. But the reason why it was probably worse in my head could have been that. So
how old were you? Was young.
She said she was in her early 20s.
Oh, the early 20s. Okay, yeah. Early 20s is nice. It's like, that's the right time.
19. I'm lying. It wasn't early 20s. It was 18, 19, and 20.
Yeah, that's
I came in my early 20s. 22 is when we started seeing each other. Yep. So
sex don't really be good until later anyway.
Right. You going through the motions of sex, but you don't really enjoy until you understand.
Yeah, I don't think I had sex until I was probably about 25, about 26. This is when I started having sex.
I would agree with you, but I think, and Tina, you tell me if this was true for you. I agree you don't really know what's good until you have the longevity of experience. But even when you didn't really know, you knew when it wasn't good. You knew when it was not either the person, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation. You knew, right? And I think guys, y'all don't know.
No, I don't think women either, because, and this is a personal experience. I remember being in the basement back in the days, and this girl told me, we was kicking it, we was having fun and stuff. And she was like, stop, I'm about to pee.
Oh.
Right? So she don't know that it was getting good.
Right.
It was getting to that point. And I didn't know either, because we were teenagers. We were teenagers.
So you let a good nut slip, huh?
If she had a peed, you probably told all your homeboys, this bitch pissed while I was.
I would have probably, right? Like, what's wrong with this motherfucker here,
right?
She fine.
Bro, guess what happened? This bitch done pissed on my bed.
Yeah, because we don't know at 18 and stuff. So Remember what's the name? Remember Marlo was always saying that that's pissed.
Yes.
Yeah, she was tripping and sitting. Everybody, we had a back and forth conversation about it. But you know, some things like that you don't know.
Right.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? And from both perspectives, because you haven't had that experience yet.
Right.
And then
Mhm.
maybe, you know, you might have got with an older woman or for the females, an older man. And then now they like, yeah, wait, you're gonna feel this sensation and this stuff gonna happen. And now you're like, oh shit, that's what that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then
I remember.
in a
Good Lord.
different
Yes.
space. So then when you start thinking about all the bad sex, was it really bad or was y'all just experimenting?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you start
Both
experimenting.
things, I think both things are true. It was bad and we were experimenting.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of fun
Both
over
things
here by
could be true.
we grew up by Jesse.
Mm-mm.
You didn't grow up by Jesse?
Mm-mm.
We grew up at.
Over on Hampton,
And what?
36.
You don't know Jesse? Jesse James?
Yes. Oh, of course I do. Me and his sister was best friends forever.
Cerise.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, Jesse. Like we used to be at Jesse's house every day after
We
school.
stayed right down the street from each other.
Yeah, we was at the house every day after school.
So you
Upstairs.
was over there with Keith and them.
I was over there every day with Keith, with Jesse, meet my cousin Shaka.
Yeah, I remember Shaka.
Small world. Look at that.
In the corner, right around the corner, that was his cousin too. The little one, the little light skinned one with the curly Docky. So we was over there with them. I mean, literally we was in there every day. Like Cerise was
knocking down girls.
Yep.
Knocking down girls. And me and Sharice would just be sitting back talking shit about y'all.
They would be the
Look at these little nasty heifers.
And talking about the girls, right?
Yeah, we was over there kicking it and we was having a ball. The first time I went over there, I was like, Mom's gonna let us go upstairs. Absolutely. And we kicked it. We had a ball up there. And I'm talking about like that little bed that he had might have been a full-size bed. And we kicked it in there. And but we didn't know what we was doing. Because this started in 8th grade, 7th grade. So
which means y'all definitely didn't care whether it was good or not. Y'all was just happy to be
wet. Just happy to be doing something.
I can't even remember if we was bussing, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know at that time.
Right, they was probably just stroking and like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, like we probably was just there.
Yes.
But we had a lot of fun. And that was like our circle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had a great circle. You know what I'm saying? Only one person out that circle didn't belong. And Jesse,
they got put in the friend zone.
No, it was a guy. Jesse, my guy, the cat Jesse beat his ass. It was one of my guys, and he's like, "You ain't gonna help us, man. This 1-on-1, man. That's how we do it. 1-on-1." Jesse beat the shit out that boy. You know what I'm saying? I said, "Damn, you ain't gotta stop speaking to everybody."
Right.
He said he ain't fucking with nobody no more. Right. He went to Custer too.
I know.
He said, "Y'all let him get beat up."
Yeah, this other guy.
I posted Jay picture from the yearbook a couple years back.
Oh, straight up.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay, that's peace. But yeah, that's all I got to say. But we gotta have some comments, some discussion in the comment section. Hopefully, we can get some discussion in the comment section about this one. Yeah. Because that friend zone, a lot of people don't admit when they are in the friend zone or when they put somebody in the friend zone, especially. The most people that get into friend zones be coworkers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe classmates, especially nowadays that we go to school. Like a lot of us are going to school now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we got classmates and different stuff like that. And we being put in the friend zone or they putting us or they being put in the friend zone. And we having fun, but we're not recognizing, dang, I'm in the friend zone over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we got to cut shit like that off. I'm not going to the friend zone. That's over.
That's over.
That's my point. As an adult, you shouldn't be as an adult, an experienced adult.
And that's why I said if you're single, especially over 30, and you got friends in the friend zone, you need to be knocking on that door to pull one of them up out of there.
Yes.
Because collecting bodies in the friend zone, just having people sitting around willy-nilly, you wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, we don't.
You wasting your own time because you could get them out the friend zone and let them move along, or that could be somebody you could build with.
Yeah, we make time. We don't waste time.
That's it.
That's it. So anyway,
I like it.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We put
as always. Thank y'all for having me. It's always a blast talking with y'all.
Thank you for being there. Yes. Hey, before you go, I want to play this song because we were supposed to play it earlier on.
Right.
But
But,
we're gonna play
we,
it now.
we sometimes get that band and we don't like that. But we're going to play it at the end, right?
We're gonna
here.
play this real quick. It's only gonna take a few seconds. I'm not gonna take the whole time, but we're gonna play this song real quick. Oh,
You got to turn your speaker on.
Hold on. I think the speaker on. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Hold on. I'm tripping. Give me 1 second, y'all. I want to play this song because we didn't get to play it in the beginning. And I'm hating that we put that up there. And this time we didn't get to get disconnected. So, but we still do not own the rights to this music. And this song right here, I thought went perfect for this discussion. Check this out, Queen Pure Justice and Queen Ice. And y'all let me know if this song goes with the discussion. All right. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Hold on. I'm still tripping. Good. Okay, here we go. Oh, here it is. I had the sound down. Sorry. I'll turn it up just a little bit. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I love the lyrics to this song.
You singing it?
Huh?
I said you singing it?
I sing it in the shower. You know who this is?
No, not yet.
My favorite artist.
Okay.
Two cigarettes and this lonely heart of mine. Queen Pure Justice still don't know who this is. You
That
don't know who
voice,
that
you
is?
should have picked up on that voice by now.
It's the greatest of all time.
Prince.
That's
you go.
right.
17 days.
That's the name of the song?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Please. I was looking at the comment and
Bobby
responding to
Simmons
you.
said the artist,
The art.
formerly known as.
Indeed. Come down, the rain come down, let the rain come down, down. Let the rain come down, the rain come down, let the rain come. You been up to his house?
You?
I've been there, but I wasn't while he was living.
No.
While he was living,
Have you taken the tour?
no. While he was living, I was up there. I missed the party by one night. The party was Friday night. We got up there Saturday. We went to his house on Saturday, and I'm hanging on the fucking gate. He living though. Yeah, real talk. And somebody came out and was like, the party was yesterday. Y'all missed that. $30 party he was throwing at his at Paisley Park. Yeah. The tour I heard is nice. I might go up there. I might go up there this year.
I heard the tour is nice.
Yeah. If I had a crew, I'd take a trip up there. I don't got no girlfriend though. You still gonna bring your cousin over?
There's a bunch of Prince fans.
She be acting fun. We'll see.
Prince got diehard fans, man. You put the feeler out for. I said Prince got diehard fans. You put the feeler out for a woman that want to go with you to Paisley Park. you're gonna get flooded.
Right. Make
Yes.
a post.
You know, I was riding down the street one day, and I seen the ladies. Why don't you answer your phone? This guy here, Mr. Cooper, man, he is doing it, man. That I thought that song. What y'all think? Did y'all think that song was appropriate?
It was. Yeah.
You won't even answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, her head is underwater. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I'm like, I mean, you know, she probably wasn't alone home. Oh, that's deep. That's deep. He was kicking it that song right there. But you're right. Prince got some fans, and I'm gonna say this, and this is my ending, my parting remarks. We was riding down Capitol one night.
Yeah.
And I pulled up on side of this lady, rolled the window down. She had the Prince license plate, decal, wasn't quite a bumper sticker, decal, the symbol in the window. She had everything. Her car was white, had the purple outlining on everything. Rolled that window down. She kind of got scared. This was about 2 years ago. She kind of got scared. And I was like, nah, just like your Prince stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where you get all that stuff from? And she said she went up to Paisley Park. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta go up there one day. It's really beautiful. I haven't been to the tour though. I'm gonna go to the tour. I'm gonna try to get up there. I might do what Queen Pure Justice said and put a post out to see if anybody want to go up there. And I bet it's gonna be live. My guy went up there. I got a Prince poster on the wall upstairs in my hallway, and he paid basically nothing for this poster. And the poster is like it's like this thick.
Right. It's not made of paper.
No, it's real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, this is it. But Prince was something else. And one of the guys that I love, I know people be like, oh man, the sexuality, all this old shit. But I never heard anything in a personal Prince caliber, Michael Jackson caliber. If they was with any men, that would have been came out.
It would.
You know what I'm saying? Prince been gone since 2016. You know what I'm saying? April 21st, 2016. I remember that date. People was calling me. Yeah, people was calling me talking about, you got gone. Said who? They said, Prince, man, stop this bullshit now.
Stop playing with me now.
I'm on my phone now.
Yeah, I love it. Like, stop this bullshit. Stop playing around now. You know what I'm saying? Eyes welling up like, man, y'all can't be serious. I was upset about that. Everybody.
He was very loved.
Yeah, he was a really loving individual.
Oh yeah,
that's a good thing. He was a loving individual. He just loved who he was.
Yeah, and to this day, I don't ever hear people say anything bad about him. Every story that I ever heard about somebody recounting him was a good stand-up story, good stand-up character, good stand-up man, and he did him the way he wanted to do him. So
yes,
can't be mad at that.
Right.
No
But
doubt.
The way he lived his life and treated people, always come back positive. So
that's peace.
That's a life well lived. That's a life well lived right there. That's a legacy.
That's how I want to go out. I don't want to take any pills. But I'm saying I want to go out like
doing you.
Yeah, I want to
life.
let people when people come to my funeral, I want the eulogy to be what people say. I don't want nobody doing no eulogy. I want the eulogy to be what people say, and to say, that I was a good guy or a bad guy. How you see me, say it. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the eulogy, because I don't want no lies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
like my kids' mama, 2 of them, they can't come.
Because they're going to tell the truth.
It's gonna be some no, they ain't gonna tell the truth. It's gonna be some punk shit.
Right. Let me tell y'all, this motherfucker did this or never did that.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, my brother returned in 2019, 5:08 a.m., August 31st, 2019. He returned.
My birthday.
Yep, August 31st. I remember you said that too. He returned on August 31st, and the woman he had his first child with, I'll never forget. This punk bitch get up there and was like, "Well, I'm his first kid's mother," Man,
She
nobody
had to
want to hear
make
that
it be
shit.
known who she
Yeah,
was
Who
as
she
it was
was.
necessary.
yeah. I don't want to. Nobody want to hear this shit. So you know, everybody. Hey, Jana got her ass whooped. That type of shit. But you know, Mr. Cooper, he remember that.
Did
But
she say some foul shit, or was she just making it known who
well,
she was?
she was trying to take stabs at.
His other baby mamas.
Yeah, he had
Oh.
kids with a few women, and so
Gotcha.
he was married to one woman. He got married twice. He might have been married 3 times, not twice. But she was trying to take stabs at them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, as I'm the first one and shit. You know, you was a punk bitch around, you'd have been the only one. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
You know, so you know
Wow.
that type of stuff. Trying to take stabs at him and then at the family because she wasn't included because you ain't shit though. You know. So that was that. You know, how you got bad feelings after 40 years?
Right.
You got bad feelings after 1985 and shit.
Let that shit go.
Let it go. I mean, what you know, like I know I'm gonna just share this story right real quick about that type of stuff. I remember being in child support court for my first kid's mama, right? And the judge asked me, he said, and I was keeping it real. He said, because I was trying to get custody of the kids, and he said, is there anything that you can tell me that would make me give you custody? I said, man, I don't know this woman. I ain't seen her in 10 years, no, 8 years. So I ain't seen her in 8 years. I don't know her. I can't tell you nothing about her. You know what I'm saying? She do something at her house. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, you don't got nothing bad to say about her. I said, no, I don't know nothing about her. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, that's a good guy. Because some guys come in and just,
Right.
I don't got time. You know what I'm saying? But that's mine. So with that, I'm going to say peace.
All right. Peace. Peace, Queen.
We appreciate you so
It was
kindly
a
for joining.
pleasure.
Peace. You know the rules.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. You too. Peace.